right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we have made it to a place that I've always wanted to be. It's kind of like the candy factory a little bit over here, you know. It's candy land for somebody like me. And to actually be in the presence of old Jimmy here.
This guy?
Old Jimmy. A lot of you guys know him from seeing all of his videos, seeing all of his work. We are definitely here with the man, Beats by J Black. J Black in the building. Come on now. Come on, J Black. There you go.
Thank you guys for pulling up, man. I really appreciate that. Like, I believe in the universe, spiritual warning, here it comes. So this man called me, and before he called me, I was watching his videos. I got the desk, I'm skipping all over the place. I got this desk, got the Argosy desk, and I typed it on YouTube, how to set up the desk, and it's really his video popped up. I'm watching this full video. I get on the binge, I'm watching all his videos. I go on YouTube, or I go on Instagram, and this man sends me a DM talking about, y'all want you to be on the show. I done blacked out, for real, for real.
No, hold on, let me tell you what happened now. Let me tell you what happened. A couple days before that, he liked one of my posts. So I'm telling my girl, like, yo, he liked one of my posts. I gotta get him on here somehow, but I know he's busy. I know he's got a lot of stuff going on. We both are busy all the time, right? So then, I'm like, I gotta send him a message. So I think he liked something that day. And I was like, yo, I gotta get you on. And then when we talked, there was like interconnection. It was all good. And that's what music needs right now. A good connection with good people, you know what I'm saying? And then you end up meeting good people with good vibes. And that's how I think great music is made. And I think that's how we pushed all of this forward. Before we get to all of this good candy, because you got some amazing stuff. And I got a few things too, but I don't, I don't have the profit yet. I ain't got that yet.
Godzilla.
Yeah, I ain't get the, no
Ferrari.
Yeah. What made you get into music? What led you into music?
What led me into music was having really great parents. Now, if I say that because it was real strict on me, I was at a young age. Put me on clink, took away everything, took away video games, all that. And even at 14, see, that's the thing. Like nowadays, you couldn't even picture a child working at 13.
Oh,
I was working at Subway at 13. I think I actually started working at 12. I actually sent in an application at 12, and you had to have a worker's permit back then. I don't know if they let you do that. But
it was 14 for us in Florida.
But that workers thing worked either way. So because I had that, I can go work a real job. So I was working at Subway. I became the manager. I was like 14. But fast forward that, when I was at Subway, I went to Radio Shack. Shout out Radio Shack.
Oh yeah, boy, that was the store back in the day. What? Yeah.
Shout out Radio Shack, and I bought my first Casio WK300. So I had one of those, but I never took it seriously. It was just at a young age, I had money. So I'm just buying stuff. So when I got in trouble at the time, they took away the video games, they took away the outside, they took away all the things of being a kid, but the only thing they didn't take away was that keyboard.
Wow.
So I had no choice but to learn a keyboard. But still at that notion of my life, I wasn't thinking that it was gonna escalate into where it is now, for sure.
What got you into what people see you doing every day with the finger drumming, which I might even sign up for your academy, which we're gonna talk about that as well.
Oh yeah.
What got you into that, and how did you get so good at it?
Backseat freestyles.
Yeah,
yeah. Backseat freestyles.
Yeah.
That's when that life came. So I'm not a rapper. I be saying some dumb shit, but I don't rap. But I was always interested in the beat part of it.
Yeah.
So back in the days, what we would do is, my boy Chris, he actually had a Casio. My boys would be rapping, and Chris, he'd have his Casio keyboard laid out, and he would split the keys. He had melodies on one side, and he had percussion on the other. And what he would do is, he'd be drumming and doing this shit real time while my boys are freestyling. So for me, I'm like, yeah, y'all freestyle, but I'm like, yo, you see what my man is doing here? This is wild.
Yeah.
Yo, what if you try doing this? And he's like, nah. I was like, oh, all right. So that really discouraged me. Not discouraged me, not encouraged me. There you go. Encouraged me, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna be better than this. So I saw that, and then that's really what got me into that. So I didn't even get introduced into the keyboard as just playing regularly. I got introduced to it. I was like, oh, how do I split the keys and hit the drums on this man? So I learned drums really from the keys first and doing melody. So that's always been a thing with always live performing. Yeah. I can't really make beats like it. You'll see when I make beats, I'm a finger drum them in. Yeah. Even in the track, I'm still good at the track. but I can't just draw that in. I can't do that.
Can't do it.
I can't do that. Respect to the Fruity Loop guys.
I don't like to visualize music. I like to hear it. That's the way I am. Now, you know, you cutting up, you might need to do some little chops, whatever, but other than that, I like to hear the music more than I visualize the music.
Right. So yeah, from there, that was just where I developed the strength of just playing live. So I continued that through high school. Shout out to my guy Hussein, came over and he was, yo, what you doing is crazy. Have you heard of a dude named A-Rap Music? I was like, nah. Showed me A-Rap Music and my mind was blown. Shout out A-Rap Music. And that's, A-Rap Music is definitely the main reason of, okay, you can actually compile all this and keep this in one thing and actually, it's like DJing,
yes.
right? And then you also beat making at the same time. But also when I looked at A-Rap, I was like, I love what he does, but I want my style with it too as well.
Yeah.
And I love Booney Mayfield. Shout out Booney Mayfield. He was one of the guys that I used to watch on the MP. So that's where I developed that boom bap style from.
You got to tell me about this nice layout, because we haven't even went to the other layout that you have. But we see you got the new Argosy desk, the CLA 10s. How do they sound? How do they sound to you? Do they sound like the originals?
Very similar.
Very similar.
Very similar. The thing is, what Chris did was he really focused in on them tweeters. I'm just a whole fan, so that's why I got to get the Avatons there too. So if you can mix on those and get your sound to, if you can make it knock on these, basically. The main thing is from that cell phone, because, right, if you make a beat, even for Instagram, you're not gonna go to anywhere else until you hear the beat on your phone.
And of course, you know, we have,
Yes, sir.
Yes. Would you take the X over the live, or the live to over the X?
So me personally, both. It has both. It has both. Because right here, you have all your I/O right here in front of you, right? You have everything in it. As an old school person coming from the 500, the 5,000, the 2,500.
Yeah.
You want the knobs. You want the. It's something about the.
Yeah.
I mean, you hit it extra times just to make sure. You know what I'm saying? But you can't take this with you. It's not battery powered.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. Because other than that, I would say, do you really need this? Not at all. But I come from the MPC fan. I have every single MPC.
Yes.
I still do. I have every single MPC.
The only thing I don't like about it is, to me, it doesn't sound like my 2500.
That's what I'm saying. I still got my 25 and 2000 to this day.
Interface-wise, what are you running everything in? Like when you're tracking everything
down here, because this is the group setting.
Yeah.
I have the 1820 8 pre-focused clarity. Now you did catch me. I'm loading up. I'm getting my EQ. I'm getting my EQ today. Getting my preamp today. That's another preamp there, right there for guitars, and it's a loop board too as well. You can run some crazy sounds on that thing. MPCs all over the house. That's just the rule. I got MPCs everywhere. I got MPC right there. You got the MPC right, got the one right there.
Wow.
Got the Riv mode, that's the beat, that's the little beat pad I was beating on.
Man, I've seen it the other day, that was hard.
That thing has been going off. Prophet 10.
And you got the Nord.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
I see we have the whole drum set up.
The VAD 306 or 305, one of them.
Yes. The whole drum set up. You have guitars, basses.
Everything.
Golly. We cannot go without the hoverboard over here.
Oh, come on. new tech.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have that. This is phenomenal. But he has something else. And some of you guys have already seen it because he does his, classes. Let's go ahead and check something else out, and we're going to talk more about that. So we are officially now next to another NP.
Funny story, I saw C-Note on your episode with the Supreme MP, and funny enough, I was talking to C-Note either 2 nights before that. We was FaceTime because I sent him my new sample pack. We was FaceTime and I saw he had that, and then he brought it on the show, and I was like, you know what, I'm getting that damn thing. But I'm not using that for the show because he already used it, but shout out C-Note, man.
The Finger Drumming Academy. Like, how did that come about? Like, I know it's hugely successful.
Right.
And you're teaching so many people, you're teaching so many students about it. Let them know how they can get into it. Just explain to them what it is and how they can get into it and how they can sign up for it.
So the short of it, fingerdrummingacademy.com. You can go right now and you can schedule one-on-one sessions. I'm gonna take care of you. We're gonna do, you can actually show them the camera. I got my front camera here and my heads-up camera here, where we're gonna be going through different pattern lessons. I'm gonna be getting your hands ready, just to stare, what do you call it, dexterity? It's such a hard word to say, but just kind of building those different patterns just to give you different ranges. Because when people look at the pads, they kind of stick in this same kind of groove. And I think the biggest thing is just opening up with the groove, because there's music theory and everything, but there's a certain way with 16 pads how you can teach it to where it's fundamentally the same as working a keyboard too as well. So I teach that and I break that down. It's different phrases, we do games, we do tests. We have a great time just over the social. So fingerdrummingacademy.com. Now how that got started was, shout out to my man Kato. I was online and Kato put out a video and he was like, when is it time for you to quit your job? Now keep in mind, before then I had commercials with Gap, commercials with McDonald's, Domino's, and it's not like I'm just having beat placements. I'm in them, you know, I'm actually in the commercial. So I'm like, okay, I have this look, I have a pretty decent following, I have a loyal following, I don't have bots, I have real people. Yeah. I feel like I should be eating off this. I used to work for the government and IT was really cool, benefits, I work from home. Sweetest thing, and that's probably the longest reason why I didn't leave that job yet, because I still got to produce. I just had to keep that laptop open. Yeah. From me. I talked to Kato. I was like, yo, Kato came out in the video like, when is it time to quit your job? Bro, I called him up first. I was like, yo, I think I want to quit my job because I think I'm ready. And he was like, yo, I didn't even know you were working. Kato asked me what I wanted to do. I told him that I necessarily wasn't interested with selling beats to artists. Yeah. And I think I was more discouraged for the back and forth of just the back and forth. I'm not a confrontational dude at all. Oh, no, I don't, you know what I mean? I'm just, if you don't like the beat, all right, cool. That's fine. Somebody else can make it for you. I was like, I want to do something where I can still create my art and not feel like I'm giving away my art. That's right. Basically, that's what I'm getting at. He's like, well, you know, I do camps and, you know, a lot of people, you know, producer camps and stuff. I thought about doing a camp. And I'm like, well, nah, that's probably not really what I want to do either. And he's like, yo, well, how about teaching? And then that went off because all my jobs in my past life had to do with teaching and coaching people. So I'm like, you might be onto something. He was like, yeah, I don't know any finger drumming teachers. I was like, damn right. So shout out Kato on that, man. I was like, all right, I'm doing this. I'm quitting. Right. So I put my 2 weeks in. Right when I put my 2 weeks in, Timbo actually hits me up. So I'm like, oh, this is a sign. So Timbo flies Trizzy Track and I out to Miami to the, was it Hitmaker Studio? Oh, no, Hit Factory. Hit Factory Studio. Michael Jackson, all the greatest recording there. So just soaking it up. But we made a couple hits in there, a couple projects that's gonna be coming out pretty soon, hopefully. Working with the great Timbo, The Game. We got some I got some projects coming out with The Game pretty soon. Even Wayne Brady. Wow. Wayne Brady actually took finger drumming academy lessons. He actually is a student. Shout out Wayne Brady.
Comedian Wayne Brady.
Comedian Wayne Brady. Wow,
that's crazy.
I sent you a pic, cause you know I had to record it. Yeah. I told him that too. I was like, you know I gotta record it. Ain't nobody gonna believe I'm teaching you finger drumming lessons. Wayne Brady.
Now look at this.
Yeah. It's here. LLC. It's here. It's Finger Drumming Academy. It's the real thing. Like
even from like the Finger Drumming Academy to what you do and just like how you just you're online on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that, you still work with people as well. You know, go ahead and brush your shoulders off and tell a few people that you work with, you know? No, I had a couple opportunities of working with 2 Chainz, and like that is the most stand-up dude I ever met in my life. Ever. Dude changed my life forever. I think he knows that, but 2 Chainz is just so damn cool. Yeah. I want to say so much stuff to that man. Yeah. But I just be like, man, you cool as hell. I just sat there. We went out to the Bahamas last year to go work on a couple things. I was with C-Note, Static Selector, Nolan, the engineer. I mean, it was a great time. So like for the 2 Chainz, like so I produced on the album on that right there. I did the Can't Go for that. Okay. And it was just me, right? And this is a good question. Do you count? There's a couple like a Beyonce track. Yeah. It'd be like 6, 7 producers, right? Yeah. And this is honest. Yeah, you still, even if you just went boom on the track, do you really count that as a credit internally?
internally.
You
can put it on paper if you want. But if all you did was go like that and you walked off,
listen.
Do you really?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember a time when I was in the studio. I'm not gonna say who the producers were. They're both really big producers.
Okay.
But they were producing a track together.
Uh-huh.
And said producer was producing a track, and the drums wasn't hitting right. So the other producer was like, nah, bruh. Put this drum right here. Put this 808 right here. He's scrolling through the drums, helping him out, doing this stuff, right?
Right.
Then he's like, no, move this over here. Move that right there. Then he's like, boom, 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 boom. Nah, I'm gonna put this drum roll right here. Boom, 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 boom. Does it. Gets it done. And walks away. And doesn't take any credit because he didn't necessarily even produce. Now he did a lot for that track.
He really did, yeah. I'm about to say he deserved.
I'm thinking in my mind like, yo, what is this? And then we went in the back and I said, yeah. So how you gonna break up with Craig? He's like, I'm not gonna break it up. He's like, we on the same project. We do a lot of stuff together. So why would I sit here and be worried about this little bit and going through the lawyers and all that stuff when we're gonna end up working together and doing this and doing that? But there are some people who really do feel that if I'm in the room, I did something.
Just for being a presence.
Just for being a presence. And then the crazy part about it, that's the thing about music. And that's exactly what, shout out to DJ Toomp, he was saying the other day, that, you know, music is the only place where you don't need any formal education, you don't need any type of certification, no nothing. So you're dealing with a whole bunch of just people that have their own ideals and ways. So me personally, if I did that, or even if I did, and that's it, I'm not gonna care about it. I was there in the room. I might Instagram it. Yeah, bro, I was there. But I'm not gonna sit and say, hey, you owe me 10% of that, or that, because I put the thing. Right. No. But to some people, they really feel like, I'm entitled to that.
Right.
You know? But I can't knock them, but it's not right.
Because here's my thing. Here, I feel like you'd be jeopardizing yourself in the long run. Let's say let's just say I was in that studio with Beyonce and all the producers, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have that one artist that's gonna look at all those and say, I want those producers, and I'm gonna call each of those producers. And then when I find out that one producer, all he did was a damn kick and he has no musical damn experience, and then I'm like, wait, you got a Grammy off doing what?
And see, you cannot fake the funk. That's why I tell people all the time, one thing about music and longevity in music, you can be an artist that has a quick little one hit, or a producer that has a one hit, or somebody who claims they've done stuff. But when it comes to having to replicate that and do it over and over and over again, you cannot fake it when it comes to art. At the end of the day, if I show it to you guys, I really mean it. And if I'm showing you a technique, I really mean it, because I know I'm showing improvement of what I know. It's not about something that's out there, or we're just tossing stuff out so I can make some quick money. No, this is stuff that I can prove to you over and over again on how this product works or whatever. Just like the same way Brother Jimmy right here, as he has on his IG, can show you with his academy how it's done the right way. And then not just showing you how to do it, he gives you tests, you got games, you got stuff. So if you're really trying to do this, sign up.
Sign up, come do it.
Come do it.
Take care of you.
He gonna take care of you.
My mission statement is 6 months minimum. 6 months minimum.
It's like super excited to even be in here and just be in your presence, man.
Likewise, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Brother Eddie behind the camera right here, E. Taylor Films, man. Brother Eddie. You know, it's just maybe one little tiny request. I gotta see you do it live one time for me.
Yeah, we can make something on the spot. It real quick. It should be 5 minutes.
Okay, so we got the sample pack in here.
Yeah. So this is my sample pack that I made with my girl Aliana. What we did was we made original tracks together. Like, I was playing the keys and she was singing, and then what I did was I chopped it up in Serato sample and put bass lines and all that stuff in there to give it that feel. And then what we're doing now is chopping that up again. See?
let's just watch.
You can't fill that in with the squares, you know what I'm saying?
Why don't I just watch this now, bro? Eddie, what was that?
So what I like to do is find like a melody out of it. I could have found something in that, but I like to keep it moving. So I always say that too. If beat maker, don't stay on an idea. If it's not clicking within that first 2 minutes, if you feel like you don't have a hook, keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Keep moving. That's why I like to raw sample again, a whole new sample. Now we're gonna see what we got in this.
I'm just still like, he put the beat in there so fast, I didn't know what was going on.
So I usually use waves, that one knob filter.
Oh, yes.
Arm on both.
G sharp minor. B major.
Yeah, you can hold that motherfucker right there. There you go, right there. Record that right here. Ooh, yeah, right there. Hold on. Go ahead. I think it's a song. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, work smarter now.